Rain's cleared up. Okay, we've been digging around enough with looking around at all the stuff. Yeah. Got a couple pieces of armor, got some clothing, got some weapons, got a little bit of ammo. And over here, it's, you got, I found out about that mod by finding out about another mod called Do Your Damn Job Codsworth. Because, Codsworth is like, oh yeah, he's been staying out here for the past 200 years, trying to keep the place tidy, and yet all these other houses are like, falling down and falling to crap. It's like, no, this place is now completely freaking clean. Like, rotted, furniture? Yeah, he's just gotten rid of all that. It's just all there. It's like, no floating alarm clocks or anything like that. It's all good, man. Rolled up Boston Bugles, rolled up newspapers in there. And pretty much all of them, I think. Yep, pretty much all of them. But, like, look, normally this whole thing right here would be collapsed. This would not be up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Oh, now we discovered Sanctuary? Yeah, we were just here, like, 200 years ago. I'm gonna cut a little further ahead in the quest that I'm about to pick up. Dude, you're kicking up so much dust. Stop that. Oh, you stop that, too. This place isn't gonna burn down because pre-war tech made this completely inflammable for safety reasons. It's made of 100% asbestos. More stuff I'm taking. This is vanilla content here to make it look a little bit more cluttered than what it is, but screw that. You got two versions of Do Your Damn Job Codsworth. You have one that leaves the furniture. I decided to have this cleaned up, because, well, first of all, in here, there's the skeleton with a note that said something along the lines of, like, I can't believe all these soldiers are coming in and using our place to, like, set up shop or whatever. I'll talk to you in a second, Codsworth. And you'd have, like, an APC that was right here with some dead soldiers lying around it. And you had, like, those little wooden boards over there. And, yeah, you still have, like, I think it was in this place right here. Oh, you still got that there. Yeah, I think it was in this place right here with this, chem station that you'd have, like, the safe and everything. But there's no safe right here. You can't pick that and get extra loot there because I disabled that. You'd be able to pick it, the safe for experience, to be able to get some loot out of the safe if the furniture was here. I see you. I knew you were there. Come on. Yeah, grab that meat. Rat roach meat. That's the wrong tune. I can't. What the hell? Whip It Good. What's that? What's the rhythm to that? I can't remember. It's been so long since I heard that song. Sketchy tune though. I think there was something in here, like there was a gilded grasshopper in here for some reason, even though that's a quest item. And yeah, all the stuff that Codsworth like looted from all here, it just goes all right into this big dumpster. Just all of it. All of it. All that garbage. I think there was a Deathclaw skull in there that I just picked up. Like, holy crap, Codsworth just killed a freaking Deathclaw? Codsworth is kind of a badass. I was trying to look in there for other stuff, but, now you might be thinking, like, well, Epsilon, all that sounds like really interesting. Why didn't you keep that? Well, for the same reason that if I had the choice, I wouldn't keep all that extra stuff over in the Sanctuary Hot Springs, because it's nice to go and look at the first time, but then after you want to use it, it's like every time you come back, stuff like falls over or whatever. And in particular, this house right here is why I don't keep the furniture, because now this is super depressing, but this house right here with this pool, Look at this pool. Oh, look at this pool. Got a pool and everything. This is probably the only settlement that has access to a pool. This is not vanilla content. This is actually installed because of the mod. This is not in the normal game. I think I have a mod that installed that I can actually build my own pool. I'll probably build pools in other settlements, but anyway, what I was saying is that those steps are not supposed to be like that pre-war. I think Codsworth put those in. Or otherwise, the owner of this house is like a real do-it-yourself man, and he just does not give a shit. Yeah, anyway, this house had a little girl. I think it was a little girl. And they were having a birthday party when the bombs fell. Like, the alarms were going off, and apparently they didn't evacuate. They just stood here and continued having the frickin' party. I guess they thought, well, we don't have a bunker. We don't have access to Vault 111, so we're just going to continue on with the party, and we're going to all die with a smile on our face. And you had a bunch of very tiny skeletons just all over the place, like little child skeletons. I think that house right across the street there, it's supposed to have a baby crib in there, and I think inside the baby crib is a little baby skeleton. Now, that's depressing. You had like, presents over there, and over here you had, like, a whole bunch of those little birthday cakes, and, like, the mom made out a whole bunch of plates of food, and it was also all, like, plates of moldy food over there. Because you saw me pick up moldy food earlier in an earlier episode, I believe it was. Now, yeah, I could have picked up all those items, and that would have been, like, furniture that I didn't have to make, but you know what? A, I want to make furniture when I do the settlements. B, scrapping all these little child skeletons, that's a lot of work. Also kind of depressing, but mostly it's just a lot of work. Also, in particular, you had one skeleton right here that you could loot for a birthday invitation. Actually, I think it was like something along the lines of, hey, thanks for inviting me for that party, which I don't know why you would actually write a thank you for an invitation and then come to the party and then hand off the written thank you as opposed to just saying it. Maybe I'm misremembering it. But anyway, because you could loot that skeleton, that meant that skeleton didn't count as an item like the other skeletons did. So that skeleton, that little child skeleton, could not be scrapped. So when I go through and clean up everything else, no matter what I do, that child skeleton will always frickin' be there. And I don't want skeletons littering out my settlements. I'd rather lose access to stuff that I can build if it means not having a single skeleton just lying around the place. Because you know what? If I was making this game, oh, there's a lot of stuff I would change if I made Fallout 4. One of them is making a lot more crap scrappable. Like, for example, there'd be leaves. Just piles and piles of leaves all over the place. This mod makes it so Codsworth had cleaned them up like he's freaking supposed to do. If he was just hanging out in this neighborhood for the past 200 years, with no one to tell him not to. I would make the skeletons scrappable. I would make it so that way if you didn't scrap skeletons, normal people in your settlements would lose happiness over it. Unless, of course, they were raiders, in which case they'd really get off on that kind of thing. I would make it so you could make raider settlements without the need for Nuka World. But that's just me. But then again, that's also considering the fact if I had enough time and money and didn't have to restart the project from scratch halfway through like Bethesda had to do for this because of hardware upgrades. Anyway, I'm rambling. Hey, Codsworth.
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's really you.
Codsworth. What happened to the world?
Took you a little minute to get that line out, didn't it, buddy?
Well, besides our geraniums still being the envy of Sanctuary Hills, I'm afraid things have been dreadfully dull around.
Geraniums and mosquitoes. I recall him pronouncing it mosquitoes.
Where is your better half, by the by?
Well, my character is an atheist, so I'm not picking A, and I'm not picking X because he's also a rather realistic person. Although he is a little crazy, but he is pragmatic.
They came into the vault. Maybe you saw them, armed, wearing strange outfits.
Only Miss Rosa's boy running around in his Halloween costume more than a week early. I swear, the nerve of that woman leaving her brat unsupervised.
Codsworth is a bot with his
This
priorities
family,
straight.
sir, you and the missus have always been such a responsible couple. Where is she, by the by?
Now see, he's got those ellipses, but he's able to get through it.
They killed her.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
He's in my back pocket.
It doesn't make sense. There's just no reason someone would take my son.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger and
Yeah, I got a lot of board
paranoia.
games. I wish I had friends
Not
that way they
eating
would play them
properly
with
for
me.
200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
Doesn't matter how long it's been. I feel fine.
A bit over 210, actually, sir. Or give or take a little, for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack? You must be famished.
See, should I go for the speech check or should I go for the snack?
What? Food?
I'm not really
Yeah,
strapped
sure,
for
but
either.
I need a minute to think.
Then I'll be right back.
Oh, hey!
Perfect.
Was that there by default? Was that vanilla? Was that there by vanilla?
Mr. Edwards. Here you are, sir. Now, I've been thinking, if something is amiss, your loved ones may simply be hiding from the Red Menace.
I got that in my back pocket, too, on account of the fact that I took it out of the,
The Red Menace?
Why, the communists, of course. The Russians and the Chinese.
Codsworth, buddy. I don't think the Reds are going to be a problem anymore.
I have
We
an
got a
idea.
much more to
Let's
worry
search
about
the
from the
neighborhood
brunettes.
Together. After all, the Mrs. and young Sean, they're my family too.
Codsworth, are you sure you're holding up okay?
Now, see, up until this point, I completely missed this entire side dialogue tree about the communists.
2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car. How do you polish rust?
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find
Well,
this
1/3 of us is.
holotape.
Actually, half of us are, because Sean technically is alive. Spoilers, he's not our Sean anymore. We had him for, like, what, a year? Less?
Thank you, Codsworth.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, it's going to be like that night in the park a year ago. So, yeah, we had Sean for, like, less than a year, and then he was kidnapped, and
Shall
then...
we search the neighborhood together? The Mrs. and young Sean.
Have any of you
each
played
dead.
Fallout 4 before? It's been, what, 2 years since the game came out? I'm sure you've played it by now. You know what happens to Sean. He's dead to me.
All right. Lead the way.
Proud to serve, sir.
You and me, we're gonna go out and we're gonna kill some frickin' flies. Bloat flies. momentarily forgot the name. Don't get caught up on that. Don't get caught up on it. That's right, go around. Path fighting on some of these guys is freaking atrocious. How about you finish a sentence first before you start the next one? Achoo! I just clocked that guy out the freaking window. I'm just getting blood all over the damn place. I got jump that fence, but not jump that hedge. Codsworth, did you see that? That was totally awesome. I'm gonna have to find patches for these walls. It is... I think there's a mod for that. I'm pretty sure I got that installed. Codsworth, where are we going now? Oh, I cleaned out the other...
Your family isn't here either.
Right, I think it's normally there's supposed to be 3 houses that are occupied, but because of the mod I have installed, it's only 2, and I cleaned out the other one without them. So, thanks for trying, buddy.
Thanks for trying, Codsworth.
You can't give up, sir. What about the city? Concord is nearby, and, well, the people there have only shot at me a few times.
I like these people already.
Oh, good.
Oh, that frickin' lip
You'll
syncing.
get along then, and they can help you find young Sean. I shall remain here and secure the home front.
You sound a lot more distant than you should. Well, I'm gonna stop the recording right here, do a little bit of building and such, and I shall see you in the next video. I shall see you when later comes. Bye.